Greetings, Shelpers! Thank you for joining me tonight for some Brotato. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's kind of like Vampire Survivors, actually very much like Vampire Survivors, except you're not in different levels, you're in like one static level, and things just change. Now, you have different potatoes and a whole bunch of unlocks, and everybody has pluses and minuses except for your beginning potat, and he is a well-rounded potato. So they are some of the best I find for, you know, using for hash browns or, no, I'm kidding. All right, so here are your weapons to start with. You get more weapons as time goes by. So I will start with the shoddy. I enjoy a good shoddy. And danger is no modifier, but you will eventually, you know, get some difficulty going. Now you can have auto aim or do it yourself. I prefer auto like in Vampire Survivors. My husband plays this and he does not prefer that. So it's all up to your style. There are tons of unlocks and tons of stats that you can consider. And yes, we're going to be doing this for 2 hours tonight. Armor, engineering, you're like, well, what do the stats do? There is a way to go see it right over here. Some of these are pretty self-explanatory, like HP regen, life steal, but if you're like, well, what in the fuck is like harvesting, for instance, it tells you, and then it tells you stats for secondary if you go up here and go over, and that would be like your engineering or stuff like that, I think. Oh, wait, that's your modifiers, but there's a way to see everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do +1 armor. And I'm going to look at it, because you can have, I think, up to 6 weapons. Yep, 1 through 6. And attack speed, I got minus armor. No, I'm not doing that shit. Pistol or shuriken? I'm going to do the pistol. Well, you know what? I'm going to do pistol and shuriken for now. Let's go wave 2. Hi, Shy Guy. How are you? Yes, husband loves manual. I'm auto. Especially, you know, when I'm, like, got a lot of stuff on my mind. I'm just like, oh, I just want to, like, dodge and dip and weave, and I hope you're doing well. Today's been a day, but we got our Easter decorations up, finally. We're not doing Easter until a week from today. We're doing it a little later than normal. So see, now you get 3% chance to dodge, engineering, and like I said, there is a way to tell like what everything does. Like melee damage, okay? Where's my engineering? I don't know if I can find it right now. Oh wait, down here. Engineering lets you, increases the power of your structures. Okay. And then it goes on. So what I'm going to do now, for now, is do +5% damage. And I don't know if I want a shoddy or a wand. I already have a shoddy. Your luck goes up. Your elemental damage goes down. You know what? I don't use elemental damage ever. So let's fucking go. I don't know why I never use it in this game. It's probably actually pretty fucking helpful. I just don't. But yeah, you can kind of customize depending on. And it's really cool. Husband and I were playing more of the zombie game. And we actually bought the DLC because we've been playing it for free otherwise. So what I might do for the next few videos on my YouTube channel, if y'all want to see it, is go through like one level per episode of the Phoenix DLC. Phoenix as in Phoenix, Arizona. So I thought about doing like 1 per week or something. 1% lifesteal, let's go. Okay. I will take another shotgun. I'll take this thing. Why not? Let's go wave 4. Let's go. Actually, you know what? Let's again do more luck. I don't know how much luck is going to help me, but let's go. I am surrounded. These things get pretty difficult. I'm glad it hasn't been a bad day. We're just, we got a ham in the fridge for Thursday, and some of the stuff like cranberries and whatnot. And yes, we do Easter baskets, even though we're almost 40 years old, because we like them, that's why. It's fun, it's nice, it was part of our childhood. Husband's thinking about boiling eggs, which we haven't done by ourselves. And I'm not sure if we're going to end up doing that. But we might, and we might die. It depends on. Die as in die eggs. Again, it depends on. I'm going to do more HP regeneration, and then just, I'm going to do faster speed, actually. But yeah, tomorrow my sister is coming over, and I'm making her watch The Easter Bunny is Coming to Town. Because it's the start of our Easter season. I mean, she can say no, mayhap, but she'd be in the same room I am, so she'll probably be watching it too. We got her, I made her a card, and then we got her a couple of nail polishes, and then we got her a chocolate bunny, a small chocolate bunny from Russell Stouffer. So we're giving her that tomorrow when she's here. But as far as family goes, no, we're not having any family over for Easter. My sister has her own family to spend Easter with. We all know that Golden Wolf really doesn't want anything to do with me anymore. So, and baby brother's gonna be away at college, so. The thing I shared with you on disc, I don't remember which one that even was. I'm so horrible, I don't remember which one I showed you. Oh, damn it. I have a list of, like, Easter things I like, so. Okay, there's. The ones we watch on the day are like the Yogi Easter one, which is an amazing, amazing thing. Okay, which one should I get rid of for... I'm going to get rid of this one. And then I'm going to take the Shredder. Watch out for it. Okay, then I'm going to... Let's see, what is this? A landmine spawns every whatever. Okay, we're going to try landmine. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, the day of, we watch Easter Egg Morning, which is on YouTube. Easter Egg Morning is a classic. They actually used to run it on Disney, even though it's Bobby Goldsboro. And it has some of the worst music, but it's fucking amazing. So, we're going to watch Easter Egg Morning. We watch Yogi. We watch, on the day of, I think it's Springtime with Rue, which is the Winnie the Pooh one. The week of or so, we watch, like, The Prince of Egypt, because that's, you know, the whole Bible story. I don't know if it's a big thing everywhere in America, but, like, growing up, there was, like, the 10 Commandments with, like, Charlton Heston and everything on around Easter, or, like, I think maybe Good Friday they run it, or something. I don't remember. And in my family, it was, like, really, really big. Like, I'm not letting you fucking take away my match HP. What the fuck? What the fuck? No. Okay, so. Yes, bigger range is a definite good thing. Okay. Yeah, so Yogi is one of the ones we watch the day of. But there's also, like, the Easter Bunny's Coming to Town. The First Easter Rabbit. The Family Circus Easter. Circus Family Play. I don't know. I think it's Family Circus. There was an Ice Age Easter. Let's see, match HP. Oh, start the round with 1 HP. Oh yeah, that's gonna go over to look at that. Just wait. It's gonna go fine. But yeah. So I have to make them not hit me for a minute. Which is gonna go over so well. So well. I did the wrong thing here. I'm gonna die. My run is... Rip the run. Come on, tree. Come on, tree. Love me, tree. 1, 2, tree. No. Give me that life, you little bastard. Nope. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. This was a horrible idea. Horrible idea. Horrible idea. God dang it. Okay, so don't start at first. Okay, with the thing. Okay, so new run. Actually, I should have just done retry, but that's okay. Because I'm setting it up the exact same way. Alright, so, but yeah, I should actually I actually thought about doing a short on like the Easter specials we watch. And of course we watch It's the Easter Beagle Charlie Brown usually. The week of, not the day of. It's not top shelf Easter. Sorry to everybody who loves Charlie Brown. It's just not top shelf Easter. Some things deserve, you know, top billing, like Yogi is like pretty much the goat of Easter. But yeah, so it's a thing. Alright, I'm not gonna go with that. So alright, wave 2, let's go. But yeah, I actually thought about making a small, like just a short that's like, okay, here are a list of the best like Easter things, and like here's where you can find them, whether it be on DVD or, like I said, Easter egg morning is definitely on YouTube. We watched the Berenstain Bears on the week of, because the Berenstain Bears actually have, oh my god, they had the best fucking whoopsie one year. So we watch it with captions, and the Berenstain Bears, it's supposed to be Edelweiss, and the caption put up anal voice. I laughed till I cried that year. It was so damn good. Anal voice. It's like, holy shit. So, yeah, I have a list, and I should put up some stuff in the Discord and stuff where you can find stuff if you want to watch it. But like, the Easter Bunny used to hide our baskets as kids, but only before a certain age, usually not. Like, one year, the tall one got so hopped up on sugar, he went looking for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the sewer by the house when we were small enough to still be with my dad, so that was something. Okay. Armor, let's do a regen. I love regen. Okay. Yes, here's my shoddy. Oh, the smugger. I love the smugger. So, yeah, my mom and dad used to hide them, but eventually, what the Easter Bunny would do is, like, he would, like, have the Easter baskets eventually just out on the, like, kitchen table or the coffee table, depending on what he felt like. And we would dye eggs, like, the night before, so in each basket was an egg that we had dyed, but our names were on them. So we know whose basket was whose. And it was good. I told you all about the year we had the missing Rolos, though. So, and how Mom thought that was Grandpa. Should we keep what we got? Damage 40. Damage 12 plus whatever. I'll keep what I got for now. Yeah, I love Easter baskets, and I love, like, one year we got, you know, we always got Silly Putty, because Silly Putty comes in the little eggs, or one year we got these, like, little wind-up toys that were, like, little cheeseburgers that would hop around on two little legs from the Easter Bunny. So we used to get little toys when we were young, you know. I kind of get blue around the holidays because they were, you know, I used to actually have a family to celebrate things with. So now that it's just like me and a husband for most things, even though it can still be quite lovely, it's kind of sad. Or farting. Technically a fart is your anal voice. I'm gonna not take the, don't fuck with my attack speed. Yeah, ranged is good. I do most range. I'm gonna do max HP though. I try to keep myself alive as long as possible. Okay. Plus 20% of your materials at the start of waves. Okay, I'm gonna just ignore that for now. Actually, I'll take that for now. I don't have any other ones. Stops working at wave 20. Joke's on you. I never make it that far. I think the highest one I made is like 16. But yeah. I do have kind of a warning to all of you. It was my turn to use the Gamefly list, and I put a bunch of games on it, and maybe kind of sort of put Princess Peach Showtime on it, and Gamefly was like, obviously she wants that one. So that's coming. And since I'm going to have it, so are you. I don't know how far I'm gonna get on stream, but I'm playing it on stream, so get excited, terrified, sad, whatever it is you want to do. But I'm actually going to play Princess Peach Showtime for a while. Like more lifesteal but less harvesting, more attack speed but less damage. Oh no, we are not giving up our regen. XP gain and melee. Nope, none of these are good for me. And we're not going to reroll, we're just going to move on. But yeah, that's funny. Your opinion? Well, that's anal voice. That's all it is. Because you're talking out of your ass. Beep. I'm getting shredded. Watch out for Shredder. You know, I have a very good method to this that I have not been fucking using at all. And that is, usually what I do is I stay out on the inside, like, I generally stay in the middle of the stage until like almost like a certain amount through the wave, and then I go to the outside because they can corner you a lot easier in the outside. So woof. All right, let's say more regeneration. So yeah, 7-9 hours, something like that. So I'm just renting it, and I'm just gonna play it on stream for a while. And if we get tired of it or I get stuck, like that never happens before. Let's see. Chance to instantly attract a material when dropped. Okay, that might work. Chance to deal 1 random damage. Yep, I like the elephant. I think that's the elephant. Okay, let's go. But yeah, so I'm going to play it for a while on stream. But yeah, I'm only renting it. It's not a buy thing for me. I just want to see if like my initial impressions were correct in what's going on with it or what they're doing with it. And apparently I've heard that like Mario does not make an appearance and Bowser does not make an appearance because they didn't want like the guys to like take the spotlight. And I'm like, so they're gonna introduce an entire new villain system instead? Okay then. I mean, I guess it's better that we're not getting, you know, Peach is having some PMS, so that's what gives her powers basically. That was a very interesting take on the feminine power. Oh, women, they experience emotions at 80 million times more strongly than men. That's why she can use them to kick your ass. It's like, Tendo? I don't think you're doing what I think you're doing here. I'm just saying, Nintendi. Okay, materials from recycling items. I barely recycle, but why not? I know you can have 6 weapons, but I don't know how many artifacts and whatnot you can have. I might do Plate Up as a stream one day as well. Maybe that's what I'll do next week. Princess Peach Showtime and Plate Up. I don't know. Like, I was playing Plate Up yesterday, and I was having a steak restaurant, and I actually had the steak restaurant running for 2 IRL hours by myself. I was thrilled. I didn't get up to a 5-star restaurant though, but hell, it worked out okay. Much better than me running through the enemies to get to the fucking life, I'll tell you that much. I gotta stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. Oh, fuck my... Fuck. They look like the substitute. The things we pick up here. But yeah, my stream is also gonna be decorated for Easter until after the Easter that we celebrate comes and goes, because I want it to be that way. Reckless. Oh, I got a good one, I guess. Finish a wave with 1 HP. How the... Did I just fucking do that? Oh, fuck. I didn't even notice. More armor, please. Sounds like I fucking need it. Yeah, more max HP. Okay. Then... less range. I don't want less range. What are you guys doing to me? Okay, that's a 16 and a 50 and 10. Oh, this is a better crossbow. Yeah, I'll fucking take that then. Yeah, give that shit to me. Yes, I want that. It's better. Yeah, I thought about Luigi's Mansion when I was playing the demo, to be honest with you, because, you know, it like kicks out everybody she's with and like only keeps her in it, and there is basically sort of a new villain, and you're gonna have to like investigate things. I mean, it's different because like Luigi isn't like, you know, ice skating or becoming a detective or any shit like that, but at the same time I did find it similar in some ways to the setup of, oh, you're being drawn here with like the promise of something really good, but guess what? It's not. It's like when your ex-boyfriend promised to love you forever and then whoops-a-daisy. Oh, speaking of which, run lost. Damn. Okay, so we're gonna do a new run. We're gonna try a different potato. No range damage? Well, fuck that noise. No dodge, no engineering. Why would I want any of you? I might have to stick with the damn regular potato. Oh, old potato. We'll do old potato. He's slow, but I'll give Grandpa a shotgun and we'll go out hunting. So, yeah, that's like what I plan to do, is just go through Princess Peach Showtime as much as possible. And like I said, played out maybe. I should do another like Mario Kart Day or Community Day soon. I don't know. I have such a hard time deciding because I want to do different things for everybody. I want to do streams that aren't just video gaming for everybody. And it's kind of hard to... I'm going to do this for Grandpa Speed's sake. It's hard to know what to do for me, you know, as far as all that goes. Let me lock this down. You can lock something you see so it doesn't go away after the wave. Grandpa could use some landmines, I think. That would be good. So, I'm still going through Surreal Estate. And I'm still liking it. I hope there's a season 3. There probably isn't. Tomorrow when my sister is over, I'm going to help her with her YouTube channel and her blog stuff and all that. I have Canva Pro now for a month, and I got like hundreds of new things to wear for my model. Yeah, speaking of which, I will hear what you have to say whenever you're ready. But yeah, so my sister is dealing with a lot, but right now with DVR, she can't really go too much further because she needs her help with the other stuff. So her person is so bad. Oh my god. And I know this will never get back to her person, but like I told everyone what happened with DVR when I was in college and why I would never go back. And that similar thing happened to my sister. But she decided to go back, which, God bless her. I mean, fucking seriously. I don't think I could have. Like, she has so many more fucking cojones than I do. Because I can't. Like, I gotta tell you, it was very hard being alive after what they did to me for like a year. So the woman basically admitted that she's never helped anybody start their business with DVR. So she doesn't know what to do. Then she tells my sister, do X thing, no, circle back to that thing, elaborate on this thing. And my sister's like, okay, what questions do you want elaborated on? And she's like, I'm not supposed to tell you that generally. I'm literally just supposed to tell you that things need elaboration and you're supposed to elaborate. And it's like, if you tell somebody to elaborate on something and don't tell them, like, what to elaborate on, what are they going to take from that? Especially since there are 3 different sections, so there's about 60 questions. So I would basically be like, yeah, about that. Where is that going? Should we start the first way with 1 HP? Why not? Why not? Yeah, so... But she actually said, I want to have actual fun this time, because for like the last 2 times, outside of when she came over for our birthday, we worked 9.5, 10 hours to get everything ready for her. And her case person is still like, it's not enough. Plus, her case person made her do like different things out of order, had her circle back, had her go on anyway, then told her she needed something, told her not how to do it, and then the woman is like, you know how to use Google, right? And at that point, I would have had a problem with not slapping her across the face. Like, absolutely not slapping her across the face. If somebody said, you can Google that, right? I would have been like, biznitch, and I wouldn't have been working with DVR anymore. Because, oh my God. So now her case manager said, well, I have to talk to somebody else who might be able to help you better than I can. And I'm like, I'm better able to help her better than you can. And I didn't go to college for this sort of thing. I don't have any degree at all. So yeah, it's been a lot. And she feels like she's not getting anywhere. Oh, and my sister said she thinks it's a loan, not a grant. I said, if it's a loan, tell them to get fucked. Like, all the shit they're putting you through, if they're not going to help you figure out everything, like, give you a lot of, like, help as far as, like, what to do, where to go, how to get everything in order, and it's a loan on top of that, I said, tell them to get fucked. You can do this by yourself, if that's what they're going to do to you. So, I don't know. It's just, it's been something. It's been something. It's been a lot of somethings, but, so we're gonna work on getting, like, the social media arm of her stuff up and running. Yeah, exactly. And here, as we're looking through the stuff, it's like, oh, you're supposed to have had a background check before this happened. And she's like, I was? I said, yeah, it's right here. And then there was a problem with her getting her FICO score, and then the lady's supposed to help her get that or tell her where to get that from, and the lady's like, go to your bank. So my sister did, asked 2 people at the bank. Both people said no, that's not something that we can give you right now unless you're gonna ask for a loan. And she said no. So then she told her DVR person, and her DVR person is like, put pressure on them. Tell them they have to. So she goes back and asks for 2 more people and was told the same thing. And here in the packet it said, if you're having trouble and your bank won't do it for you, to actually have your case manager at DVR talk to you about it and help you find out what you can do about it. And it's like, are you fucking shitting me? So this whole time she was putting pressure on my sister to do this. Like, you better do this. And she was supposed to do it with my sister. I'm like, oh, you fucking twat. Honest to God. I'm not even in this situation right now. And I'm just like, you son of a bitch. Oh my God. So, such a pain, honestly. I will never, ever work with DVR again. So, yes, she's thought about it all the time. All the time. Because I told her, but she said, if I don't do this, I don't know what to do. And I said, well, because DVR has had such a problem with helping disabled entrepreneurs, such a problem with it, that another organization wants to help work through our insurance to give us grants. They literally are trying, they're so notoriously bad that another organization is like, yeah, we might have to help with that instead. So, but they're not ready to launch it yet. So my sister would have to wait even longer, even though she's already had to wait plenty long, because DVR is so amazing. And there's just like, it's so frustrating. And like I said, I told her, well, you can wait for that to come to pass, or you can just do it yourself. You know, because I've been helping her like formulate things and do a bunch of different stuff. Like I've been helping her format questions. I've been helping her do the finance table. I've been helping her do so much of this stuff. And yeah, just, it is utter bananas if they're actually not giving her a grant and just expecting to give her a loan out of this. I said, this better be a grant. Up to $10,000, it's supposed to be them covering 100%. And I'm like, that sounds like a grant to me. Because I said, if this is not, and she keeps saying, I think it's a loan. I said, if it's a loan, you're getting fucked. To be, in all honesty, if it's a loan, you're absolutely getting fucked. So, but yeah, we're working on our social media tomorrow. It's one of the parts she's excited about. And when she feels like really drained and really upset about it all, I'm just like, you know, work on something fun. You know, if like making new products is fun for you, do that part. If, you know, X is fun, do that thing, you know? Because I said it's gonna be really, really, oh, it spawns a little bot. Oh yes, I'll take that. Yes, nice. I've never had the little bot before. 2% rigid. I'll take speed. He's old. Okay. Alien eyes. And pistol. Do I have a regular pistol now? I have the SMG, and I will get rid of that for this. It's a better pistol. Okay. So yeah, I will never work with DVR again. Not after what they did. I was gonna be a college graduate, god damn it. It was going to be at least a step up from where I am. And nope, they wouldn't let me. And we had a disability coordinator at my college that I went to that also didn't believe disabled people, so that was also fun. Okay, so I'll give you a background on this. When I was in college, I had a wheelchair that was too high for me to get into. And you're gonna be like, well then how the hell did you get into it? At home we had a step up. And I had to use the step up in order to get in and out of the chair. Or at least into it. So at college, if I had to use the bathroom, I was fucked. I couldn't actually get back into my wheelchair after taking a pee. So what happened was, okay, yes, I want that. I want that so bad. That's a good weapon or item to use, actually. Okay, let's move on. All right. So what happened is, one day I had to go to the bathroom, and husband had moved up here to be with me by that time. So he was the one going to college with me to help me. And we knew if I had to go to the bathroom, I was pretty screwed. And it's only happened twice that I've had to go to the bathroom at school. But see, they were trying to save on transportation money, getting me to and from school. So they would schedule all of my classes in one day. So, like if I went Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'd have 4 classes. So I would have very little time between classes anyway to go to the bathroom. But when I did, dang it, that was 11. When I actually did have to go to the bathroom, I had to go home. What they would have to do is they would have to call the van service to come and get me from college. And when they came to get me, they would actually have me ride on the floor in the van and pack up my wheelchair, and I would sit on the floor all the way home because I just could not get back in my chair. So that's what I was gonna have to do. Okay, trees die in one hit. I love that one because trees go down in a while and it takes you a while to, figure that out. So my disability coordinator at the college at the time, she actually heard about this, that I needed to go home. And at first I had said, I don't want to go home. I want to stay in college, but what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to crawl through the halls to my last 2 lectures. And she forbid me from crawling. So I wasn't allowed to crawl. And she's like, can't we get you back in the chair? I said no. At the time, I'm 21 years old. And she called my mother to ask what could be done to help me get back in my wheelchair. And she said, your daughter's here. She said you can, that she can't get back in. Like, what's going on with that? And Mom said, yeah, it's true. Like, we get her in with this, like, really high step, or the step up we have, which was at the time a folded motorcycle ramp that we used to get me in my van, which didn't have any safety, like, connections or anything in it. So, or a raised roof or a lowered back end. So I would always, like, hit my head in the van, and like, I had no safety anything, so my wheelchair would slide around. It was fun. But anyway, that's what I would use to get in the wheelchair. And she did not believe me as a 21-year-old woman who was engaged and there with my fiance that I could not do it. So, but my mom confirmed. So, and when I told her that I wanted to go, the woman, that I wanted to crawl to my classes, she goes, no, don't do that. And I'm like, why not? It would take me longer, probably a lot longer to be sure, but still. And she's like, that would just lead to people feeling sorry for you. As a disability coordinator, she pulled the, you would just make people feel sorry for the cripple crawling through the hallways thing. And I was stunned. Absolutely fucking stunned. This is a woman who is supposed to be with me against institutionalized ableism at the post-secondary education level. And that is what she said to me. And she called my mommy because she did not believe me that I could not just exist, like I couldn't get back in my chair. Like I was lying. Yes, because I fought so long and so hard to even get into college because my high school grades, honestly, were shit. I barely graduated high school. I was gone at least a quarter of the year every year due to illness. A lot of it brought on from stress because I was relentlessly bullied. And I know people are like, oh, haha, they call you names. Yeah. If that were the only thing they did to me, I would kind of agree with you there, but I was like having pencils shoved in like my stomach because I'm a fat girl, and I had so much going on in school. So to say to me, yeah, it's only name calling, if only. So I barely graduated high school. Even for as sparklingly intelligent as I am, and no matter how much I like to learn, school was a nightmare. So I was lucky to be in a college at all. My really high college admission scores got me into a college. because they knew then that I was actually smart enough to do it. I just had a shitty college experience and track record. Or a shitty high school experience. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she thought I was lying to gain sympathy, which is not my bag. Like, even with, like, cancer, I just talk about my cancer. And people are like, oh my God, that's terrible. I'm like, it's just what happened. I'm okay now, thankfully. You know? But a lot of times people think that you are trying to do something. I'm not. I'm thinking to myself, was she projecting onto me? Like, if she were in my position, is that what she would have done? Is, like, make people feel bad for her because she couldn't get back in her wheelchair? Because that's not my bag. And yes, I know it's off-putting, right? But I get around on my knees. Like, when I'm not in my wheelchair, I'm one of those wheelchair users lucky enough to have a mode of locomotion beyond my wheels. Some people don't have that. And I do realize how off-putting it can be to people to see someone me walking or crawling around. I get that. I get, like, there's been so many, like, grudge movies or demonic possession movies where, like, this person is just on the ground for no reason or is, like, crawling in a weird way. I get that. But that's what I do. That's how I get around when I'm at home. I don't use my wheelchair at home at all. So, yes, it would have taken me a long time to get to classes. It's a college, after all. It's pretty goddamn big. But acting like I was gonna do it for pity? Like, come the fuck on. I hate it when people pity me. I fucking hate it. You know, it's like when people are like, oh my God, you've had such a whatever life, like rough life or interesting life or whatever. I'm just like, I'm looking at it from the inside. So you do realize it's just my life, right? There is no real qualifier with, like, blessed, cursed, whatever. It's just my life. And only when I'm telling people stories about my life, when they're like, oh my God, do I realize, like, oh yeah, people haven't really experienced this before. I guess I could see where that would be a little weird, or, ah, dang it. I got to 12 that time. No, I didn't. No, only 8. Why did I think it was 12? I don't know. Yeah. I honestly should have, but I just went home that day, and I actually wrote her and said, I would like to talk to you about your behavior before I talk to your supervisor about your behavior. And then she gave me some half-assed apology. But yeah, that was tremendously fucky. And the thing is, she's the person who helps coordinate, like, all of the reasonable accommodations the college has to give you and everything. And I was like, I can't trust her with this. So that was another mark of fuckery on my college life. Because she was the one who was supposed to help me if the college, like, the professors were ableist or people didn't give me, like, the accommodations I needed. She was the one supposed to help me. So, yeah, that's kind of wild if you think about it. Like, the person who's actually supposed to fucking help me is actually causing a decent amount of grief on my part. Like, this wasn't even the first time she did certain things. Like, she was supposed to set up, like, when you are disabled and you have certain accommodations, like I did, I had what's called time and a half. So if there was an exam, I had time and a half on a test to complete the test. And that's because I write so fucking slowly. And I do. But like I said, when I was a kid, I think I was in, like, 1st or 2nd grade, they were already teaching me how to type. Because no matter how slow I typed, it was better than what I did by hand. Because I am just that slow of a writer by hand. And my hand cramps easy. It is what it is. And so I needed time and a half to finish my tests. And in college, and what some people aren't told until later, you actually need to have time and a half kick in only when you say you need it. So like if I don't tell people, even if it's in my IPE, which is an individualized plan for education, even if it's written down, I still have to request it every time there's a test. So that means every time there's a test, if I request it, I have to take the test somewhere in the office or another designated area where they can watch me take the test, but they can give me time and a half. And that means if I wanted to be with the other students whilst taking a test, or let's say my instructor had to give me specific notes during the test, like, okay, section 2 is where this happens, or whatever, I wasn't there to get those kind of extra notes. So I had to think really hard as to whether this test was going to be something I would need the extra time for, which is very difficult to say, because sometimes your teacher doesn't tell you, oh yeah, there's going to be like 3 essays on here and whatever, versus a teacher who's like, oh, it's all multiple choice. There was really no extra stuff. So anyway, this woman would sometimes conveniently forget that I had that in my thing, and when one of my professors would ask about it, she was like, oh no, she doesn't have that, I don't think. And then I'd go down to the office for my test, and it's like, oh, your test is up by Professor so-and-so, because, you know, you're taking it with everybody else. And I'm like, but this is my anthro one, where he has like this really long essay, and I don't have my laptop here because you're not allowed to use your laptop. And they're like, well, we don't know what to tell you because blah, blah, blah. And so I have to actually tell Professor so-and-so exactly what fucking happened so that he could, like, figure out if he wanted to give me, like, that extra time. And he ended up doing it himself. Shout out to him, by the way. I loved my anthro professors. But, yeah, if I had a teacher who basically said, you know what? No, we're not going to give you that extra time. You didn't put in for it, or I was told it wasn't in your plan. I could have been fucked over. I could only had like half my essay done or whatever by the time everything stopped. So, yeah, it was bad. The thing is, if certain people don't like you for whatever reason, and I never said a bad word to her, about her, anything. I've lived more of my life than I can tell you, trying not to take things from people. Trying not to take the extra help. Trying not to be enrolled in the extra program that could help me. Like, I've always, not an aversion, I take it if I need it, but I try not to take more than I absolutely need. Whether that's government assistance, or assistance at college, or assistance from somebody who's, you know, my caregiver, whatever it is. We're going to take the turret. Very good. I've always tried very hard not to take it. And so to have someone just be like, well, there that goes. You know. It's like getting shot in the fucking balls, man. It was rough. I like the turret. It's a little bit of backup. I mean, not that I'm doing particularly well this run. But yeah, it's just, it was wild. It was wild times. And then, you know, when we were in high school, me and my sister, we were in the same grade, they sold us meritocracy hard. That if you were willing to work and you put in the effort and everything, that they would make sure you got into college and through college, because there were programs to help us, and we would go far as long as we held up our end of the bargain. And I gotta tell ya, I was always leery, but, you know, I was doing it through school, so I thought, of course it's gonna be good and fine. And they're telling me the truth. And LOL now. And someone who's almost 40. And somebody could say, you're almost 40. Like, why are you talking about stuff that happened in college? Well, because that all goes back to DVR, and that all goes back to not working with them and helping out my sister who is still working with them and trying to actually get her business up and running, and how much of a hassle that's been, and how this woman contradicts everything she does, and my sister being so fucking frustrated because she's supposed to be getting help and the woman is doing nothing for her practically. And yeah, like, the woman will take weeks to get back to her, but if my sister needs a few extra days to get back to her because my sister is like out of the state or whatever it is, the woman is like, don't you want this? Why aren't you doing this? You must not want this very badly. And it's like, hey, asshole, you made me sit a month. I don't think 3 extra days is gonna fucking kill anybody. But they basically try to rush you, gauge your interest by how fast you work, but if they want to take forever, well, that's just business. +2 melee damage. I don't have anything that's melee. I don't need that one. Minus luck. Oh, minus enemy damage. Oh my god. Wait, is that a plus enemy damage? Or is that a plus? It looks like a plus to me. We're gonna just slowly walk away from that and run away screaming. I don't know. I don't know. If you ask it, like, let's say you ever ask Golden Wolf. Golden Wolf will say, I've only ever been a taker, I bet. So, maybe it's a matter of perspective, too. But I don't know. I'm used to needing help. Because when you're disabled, that's the way it is. It's like how people are like, oh my god, if I were in your shoes, I would just die. I couldn't imagine somebody wiping my ass. And it's like, well, you can't imagine it because you've never had to go through it. Like, wait, if you get old enough or whatever, you might need it again. You know? And it's so, I've always had to have help. But I don't know, something about it is just, I don't take more than what I need. And I don't know if that's because I've had even random ass strangers tell me, oh, you know, I pay your medical bills because you're on whatever medical care or whatever. And yeah, I am, because I can't afford a $20,000 wheelchair. Well, my last one was like 12, but that's only what my insurance paid. I will take the extra enemies for that, I guess. That's a decent trade. I don't know. I don't really know what it is. Like I said, I don't really feel that comfortable, like, taking things all the time. Even if I am quote-unquote entitled to them, and even if I do need them, or they would help me, I don't like taking it. But I'm gonna have to. Like, sometimes you just have to. And there's nothing wrong with that. If help is available and you need help, then take the help. Like, why not? But, like, when I grew up, my mom was similar. Like, when we were, for how long, my mom would not want to get, like, the commodities, like the box, like, food and stuff from people at, like, the churches or whatever, because she was like, you know, I don't want to take that, I don't want to do that, blah, blah, blah. And eventually we had to. And Mom said the first time she stood in line to receive the commodities box, she was fucking dying inside. Like, because we had been that far down or sunk that low or whatever. I'm not really getting past wave 10 much on this one. So maybe it's something I learned from her. But I do feel awkward about receiving things, which has actually gotten me in trouble with people. Like, if people I don't know very well want to give me gifts, like, I'm very uncomfortable with that. Like, extremely uncomfortable. And then people are like, what, you don't like me well enough to receive my gift? And it's like, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with me. And that's just kind of how it is. I actually lost a friend over it once. Oh man, it's a ride. So maybe it's something learned from my mom. But yeah, I do love to help people. But at the same time, it's almost like if I look at a ledger, I always see, like, I don't like to say quid pro quo or like the seesaw of evening out, but a lot of times I think of everything I've had to receive due to who I am, what I can and cannot do, and what I have had in life, like what I'm able to do versus what I'm able to give, and I always find myself lacking. And so that really like fucks with me. Oh, that's a nice one. I'll take that one. We're gonna like just clip this shoddy right here, and we're gonna clip this too. Okay, there we go. Because that took a lot of our money. Yep, I'm gonna have to, like, when I talk about like the insurance I'm on, the insurance I'm on offers other stuff than I was just getting before. And for the longest time, I was like, no, I don't want that insurance. And I waited and waited and waited as long as I could before I actually applied for this other insurance. And now I've had this insurance about like 10 years or so. And this insurance actually covers more of my medical stuff than what it did before. Like, for instance, I have like pads and tape that I use to cover my knees because the skin on my knees, due to having autoimmune diseases, I have bad psoriasis on my knees and other parts of my body. And psoriasis is that red, scaly stuff that itches. And people are like, well, who cares about that? Like, it's just psoriasis, right? But when you knee walk, so imagine, if you will, you have these scaly patches that crack open, all the way open. So you have skin that cracks all the way open, and then you're supposed to crawl on that. Or let's say for people who walk, let's say on the bottom of your feet, there were like these big scaly patches that cracked all the way open. And then sometimes they would even like slough off to the point where you had, like, let's say a 50-cent piece of skin missing on the bottom of your foot, and you had to walk on that. Now, please tell me how delightful getting around on that would be. Because I gotta tell ya, it's not really fun. Alright, so we're gonna go on with this one. So I actually have like pads and tape, and of course a new softening regimen for my poor skin on my knees, and that has kept them from cracking open. Well, husband and I would actually be paying for the leg pads and tape ourselves, so like every month or 2 months or so, maybe every month and a half, I don't remember what it was, we would be buying medical supplies from Walmart or whatever, and it would be like $40 or so a month, 30 some, 40 some a month, or $50 every 2 months. I don't remember anymore. But eventually I told the people who were my team for my medical stuff, I'm like, we pay for this stuff every month. And they're like, why are you doing that? You don't have to do that. They're like, that would definitely be covered. If your doctor says you need it, that would be covered. And I actually did ask my nurse practitioner, and she's like, yeah, you fucking need that. Like, she's like, you can get infected if you are crawling on floors with that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So she's like, no, that's something you need. I'm like, I know, that's why I've been paying for it this whole time. And she's like, no, your insurance should be paying for that. So, but without the insurance I have now, I would not have that covered. And that stuff comes to my door once a month. And it's just so much easier because we were getting even further into debt trying to keep up with my medical needs. And that's the thing. I still take so many things that my doctor wants me to take that they still can't cover for one reason or another. Because my insurance doesn't deem everything I need as necessary, of fucking course. But they still get more things than not having them does. So, okay, that's the same gun virtually, yeah. Alright, let's go. So yeah, and I loathed asking them every time I need, like, every time I have something else, and then my one nurse was just like, you know what, send the entire list of every, not just your medications, but every supplement you're on and why, and everything you use and why, and then we'll see if we can't cover some of it. And that's what they did. Like, for a while, actually, it still is, but my vitamin D is actually covered. And it wouldn't have been otherwise. So, right now I'm taking over the counter the stuff again. But yeah, my vitamin D is covered because I have a chronic deficiency of vitamin D. And most people who live in this hemisphere do. Mine is just pretty damn severe otherwise. So, I'm on vitamin D because I need it constantly. And I'm like, there's no way I need that much vitamin D. I said, do you know how much milk I drink? I said, I drink an abnormal amount of milk. And my nurse practitioner is like, you're still really low on vitamin D. So, yep. Okay, torch damage. No, we're not doing torches. Okay. So, I do get more stuff now because it is considered medically necessary, but I was loath to ask about it. So I would get us further into debt because I didn't want to ask about it. And that's pretty much been my life, you know. And then, like I said, do you know how many jackasses are like, oh, well, my taxes, the things I work for go for you living on your lazy ass for free. And it's like, do you know how hard I work? As a disabled person, at this point, keeping me alive is a full-time job. I've had back-to-back medical appointments. I've been hospitalized sometime, multiple times a year. Thank goodness that hasn't happened in a while. But, like, keeping track of everything I need, keeping track of... My night routine is something. It's like every night we have to, like, put this here and wrap this, and it's something else. It's absolutely something else. And I need to talk to my doctor again, because one of the things I did find in my blood reports is that, yeah, exactly. Oh, you get it all for free, yeah. Well, you know what? I would take their place, to be honest. I would rather be paying taxes and not have chronic pain. Literally be pretty much bedbound due to my chronic pain and fatigue. Like, honestly, I would. Like, give me that fucking job. Like, you can take my tachycardia, my 2 times cancer, my asthma, my cerebral palsy, my pretty much everything. Take it. Go on. Have that really cool life to just loaf around the house and do everything I want. Go on. I'm waiting. I'll watch you. I'll watch the fun. I mean, it's so much fun. I will take that. I had 3 generation plus -1 life. I'll take it. Sounds like a decent trade. I will not take that, though. But yeah, just all the amazing stuff I can do. Let's take crit chance. I never do crit chance. And let's just keep on trucking. But yeah, I would trade places. I'm not saying that jobs aren't sucky and that sometimes you do a shit job just to put food on the table or that people don't work hard. I'm not saying that at all. But people just think that I get to eat steak and go on vacation and go to nail salons and stuff like that. When my nails are done, do you want to know how I get my nails done? I do them myself with my dollar bottles of nail polish. I do. Some of which I've had since 2007. They're not dry yet. I'm waiting for it. Most of them dried out by now, but Like, I have a, like, that's how I do my nails. I don't go to a salon. You want to know how I get my hair cut nowadays? My husband shears off my hair. No, he's not a professional. Yes, it's often crooked because I'm doing it out. But it's how I get my fucking hair done. I almost died that day. Right there. I was like almost dead in there and I fixed it. Oh, 4% lifesteal. Hell yes. Okay, I'm gonna ask husband for a drink because I haven't had hardly any water today. Hydrate, people. Hydrate. I miss living in the country. City water is definitely not private country well water. I miss it so much. Thank you, my darling. But yeah, even my ex-godfather was like that. He worked and then he would say to my mom, who ended up being disabled enough to be, you know, on disability, oh great, now my payment has to take care of you too. And he ended up disabled himself in later life. As far as I know, he's still alive, but anyway. But no, for him it's like, well, I worked for that. And it's like, my mom raised like 3 kids on her own, so yeah, she worked for that too, asshole. Yeah, they think it's easy being disabled. It's honestly not. I could go through like all the laws and stuff that are not made for us. All the places I can't get into because it's not made for me, blah blah blah, infinity. But yeah, it is rich, but the thing is, these people will say they have that I have it easy, but yet they would Minecraft themselves if they were me. But yeah, I thought I ate steak all day and lounged around and got treated like a queen. Why would you Minecraft yourself if you were being treated like royalty? Why? Let's just parcel that one out a bit. If I have such an amazingly posh life on the government dime, where I'm getting too much money and I'm gonna have a better retirement than you and all the other lies you tell yourself, why would you, looking at my life, not want to be me? Why would that be a thing? Do you know how many people dream of winning the lottery and like having a life of luxury and whatnot? According to them, that's the life I'm living, baby. So what's going on with that? Doesn't that make no sense at all? I honestly thought my life was enviable because of all the free shit I get, and yet something akin to a curse. So I guess it depends on which way the wind's blowing, but yeah. I've been told those things by the same fucking people too. That I pay for your, well, whatever, welfare and whatnot, and no, it doesn't. It does not cover rent at all. You either need to live in one of the specially subsidized apartments, or you need to have roommates, or need to live with family. Yep. How are you doing, unicorn? I hope well. But yeah, it's wild what people think. So, and like I said, it's hypocrisy when they're like, I would rather be Minecrafted than be where you are, but at the same time, you eat better than I do, you go more places than I do, and I bet I don't go more places than they do. I bet. Between my pain and my fear of a certain virus that's still out there and whatnot, yeah, I probably don't. Yeah, and even then, if you live in the middle of nowhere, like, okay, let's just take a small town in Wisconsin. Like, rent, let's say rent is like $500. Rent for being $500. That eats up at least half of my let's say half of my social security check. So half. And I think I took the wrong weapon. I did, god dang it. Here, we're gonna try this one. Might be the wrong play. Ooh, mushroom Gouda flatbread. Sounds interesting. Another thing I've never had. You should be a chef or something. I swear. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Sister's coming over tomorrow. We're working on her social media. I get to show her what OBS is and what V802 is and all that fun stuff. She's never worked with it before, so she's excited to try it out. I'm having a difficult time in my life because, okay, now this isn't a bad thing, but like I use a model for my personal life as well, for my own stuff. Some of you know me in my personal life, some of you don't. That's not relevant. So here's the thing. I want to get a new model done, but it's going to be a gift tuber instead of a PNG, not for my turtle, for my personal life. So let's say in my personal life, I have an owl that talks about making greeting cards. Okay, so say my owl right now is a PNG. My owl needs to actually, I would like my owl to be a gift tuber, but I don't have any gift tubers following me in my personal life or any, you know, artists or anything. So if I post where I have model artists and stuff following me, which of course is my turtle, and I post specifically what I want, because it's something very specific I want, people will know it's me if they find the model if it gets redone. If that makes sense. Okay, scissors is not very good, but does life steal? Okay. Well, this is a 3x4 shotgun. Is that our normal shotty currently? I think it is. Yes. Exactly. But yet in my personal life, I don't really engage in the VTubing model mama type sphere. So, and it's very hard to trust people with as far as like reputable. Like if I posted something on my personal account, I would have like 80 bots offering me the job. But I don't know if I can trust them. You know, and then I have the thing where I don't know if like the few people I do trust as model parents, if they actually do gift tuber models in my price range with what I need. And I need something very, very, very specific. So let's say it's an owl, but I need the owl with like bare human feet the size of like 18 with like toe rings. Like there's just there's just a lot of different things that I need this model to do as far as specific look. So it's a very specific little owl I would need, but it has extra stuff I need. So yeah, emote. Oh, I have a really good emote maker though too. So if anybody needs somebody who's amazing in emotes, I have a couple good ones. I don't know if the person who made my animated emotes is still around, but really amazing to work with amazing prices. And the one who did my static emotes, so good and reasonably priced. Like, I have no problems with either one. Yeah, exactly. So I really want something specific for my little owl personal model, let's say. And I need something specific, and what I need for the owl, not that many people can draw. unfortunately, or do well. And I need someone to do well. So, yeah, it's hard. Because I need them to draw like all this difficult stuff and still be in my price range. And I'm like, yeah, so I will take this, even though that's going to probably fuck me. One doesn't it, I know. Okay, anything I can swap out? I don't think so. But yeah, I don't know how you all feel about the zombies specifically on my YouTube channel. But I'm thinking about that. And like I said, tell me your thoughts on Princess Peach Showtime. Should I keep that to myself, or do y'all want to hear me bitch about Princess Peach for like ever? I promise not to do that. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying so hard. I'll never stop being a hater-ass Peach when it comes to Peach. But I will try to keep some of my animosity more towards my own personal plate and stop shoving it on everyone else's. I'm just not a fan. We all know I'm not a fan. I don't think she'll ever have a redeem arc for me. But we'll see. I'm not sure what my next non-gaming stream is going to be. Oh, I just lied to you. Yes, I do know. It's that ultra secret one where I'm not going to tell you the time or the day. Yeah, that is true. Actually, a lot of people do personas and stuff, which I admire because I tried it and oh god, no. I could not do it. I could not be anyone else. And honestly, it must be nice being other people every once in a while. Like, there's just no way. I can't escape me. Even if the escape would have been a good idea, I can't do it. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out who can do the model thing. I might have to start like cold reviewing artists, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass. But for now, I'm doing my Canva Pro thing. So I got over 400 new accessories because of Canva Pro. Because I take the stuff on there and do a little like transparent backgrounds, and then I use people's stuff. And yes, I can do that because I paid for the subscription. Plus, I'm not making money out of it. God bless it. I got creamed again. God bless. Oh, God. Okay. We're going to do the regular potato. I should really try to do a, at least some melee, but I have to be so close that it bothers me. I don't like being close to people. I mean, it's not a good idea to be this close to an enemy. I'm definitely going to need a gun next time. Maybe if I have a combination of guns and melee, maybe that'll work better. Okay, melee damage. Range, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if harvesting will help me. Let's try the melee damage. Watch, in like 2 seconds, I'm going to get rid of all the fucking melee and be like, melee damage was a bad fucking idea. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. But yeah, I am going to do more zombies on the YouTube. I'm going to do the secret, ultra secret stream. Although Monday I have something that I hope is a little funny. Monday is, of course, April Fool's Day. And y'all know I don't do pranks. But sometimes I do just little weird things. One year I did Elden Ring ASMR, and I thought that was funny. I just do weird stuff sometimes. And I'm going to, maybe if I can swing it, do a stream on Monday with husband, and we have a game picked out. It's nothing filthy, but I thought it would just kind of be funny to play on Monday. But we'll see what really happens, because we could change our minds. So like, imagine Barbie Horse Adventure, except it's not Barbie Horse Adventure. Because I really do feel like when you're doing a prank, if nobody, how do I put this? If the recipient of your prank is not laughing by the time you get done, you're not having a prank, you're having a go at someone. And that's not fun or nice. So we intend on hopefully just doing something a little funny. But no, it's just like a kid's game basically. And we thought we'd have fun with it. It's 2-player. But yeah, I might put on a clown wig or a jester hat or something, and we might just play the kids game for a while. I'll see how it happens. I also thought about doing the continuation or conclusion of the one short I did about anime and the hen in a tie genre. I thought about that too, doing that for April Fool's Day. Because I'm actually kind of thinking of what I'm going to say for that one. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll think of something. It's not that huge of a deal either way. I like to do silly things on April Fool's Day, but I don't like to trick people. I know there are going to be like fake graduation announcements coming out. I wish people would stop that shit. You know, it's like, hey, asshole, your fans really like you. This is not nice to do to them. Like, I don't think it's funny when people think you're going away. You know, it's kind of like when some people would give, like, the fake, like, pregnancy announcements to, like, their grandparents, and their grandparents really want them to have kids. And here it's fake, and they thought you were going to have a baby, and, you know, I know that it's your body and everything, but you don't have to, like, fuck with people who wanted a grandkid or a great-grandkid or whatever. It's like, or the people with, like, fake lottery tickets, and they're actually, like, picturing how they're gonna get, like, their lottery winnings and stuff. Some people are really poor, and that would be, even $10,000 would be life-changing money. Like, there's only so much you should do to someone on April Fool's Day. I've seen one where you, like, make mashed potatoes, put it in a bowl, and put like chocolate syrup and caramel on it like it's ice cream, and you hand someone a bowl of like caramel chocolate mashed potatoes. That's not too bad, you know? Right. You gotta know the line. If the person that you're like doing that stuff to finds that kind of stuff funny, well, okay, maybe, you know, but You don't hurt people's feelings. You don't make them scared. You don't give them hope for something and yank it away. You know, it's all supposed to... Yeah. You know, I don't know. Mashed potatoes can take pretty much any ingredient. So maybe it would be good. I know some people, like, dip Brussels sprouts in chocolate and pretend it's like a chocolate, like, candy or something for people. You know, I understand that kind of thing to an extent. But overall, I really don't like people who prank other people for the most part. Because most of the time, especially if you're doing it online, the pranks end up being not nice. Not one where somebody's like, oh, do you remember that time we got Henry? And it was like, oh yeah, and then Henry starts chuckling about it. Like, a lot of people, like, don't have that experience anymore. Where it was harmless fun that everybody just kind of laughs at. It's like something that scares you or something that upsets you, and it's like, that's not fun. That's not in good fun. If not everybody's laughing at the end, you need to, like, think about this for a minute, you know? That's just how I see it, I guess. Maybe I'm just old and not with it. But I think if somebody is not laughing with you, then it's at their expense. Oh yeah, wasting food. Yeah, that one can upset people too. Because either they're Epicureans, or because they grew up with not a lot of food around and, you know, it's just wasteful to do that kind of thing. It all depends. But yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I just don't want people hurt or scared or mad. I think if you're gonna do something that involves other people, that it should make them feel good, or it should make them happy, or whatever. I don't think it should scare people. Like, there is one prank that I would actually pull on my husband. I wouldn't do it, but there is one I would do. And that is, there is this thing where people put googly eyes all over everything in the house. And so, like, you go to the bathroom, and, like, all of a sudden there's, like, googly eyes on the toilet paper and stuff like that, or whatever. I wouldn't mind that one. Or on the soap dispenser, the coffee maker. I wouldn't mind that one. I think it's cute. You know? So, I wouldn't mind doing that one, because it's not so much a prank necessarily. But... oh, the food dye in the shower head? I've actually never seen that one. You know, I believe in paranormal shit, so I'm like, okay, who did we piss off this time? Which spirit is not happy with me? But yeah, I've actually never seen that one. Dang it! And that was only wave 9. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay, one more run. We're gonna do one more. I know it's not quite the 2 hours, but that's okay. We're gonna do one more run. And I'm taking the shoddy back. Yeah, the shower has seen me naked so many times, it's just getting constant nosebleeds now. Because we all know I'm too sexy for my shell. Oh, we were doing the pod cast last night, and Odd messed up and we had to record it, but he actually was gonna say something like the bell in the shell whose mouth will send her to hell because I swear so goddamn much. And he actually said the bell in the shell whose voice will send us to hell. I'm like, I didn't think my voice was that bad, but it was hysterical. It was hysterical. Too bad that he messed up the recording and we didn't have that. Because that was such an accidental burn, but it was amazing. And I'm like, funny you should say that when we were off record. I said, funny you should say that because next month, in honor of me being cancer-free, because like I said, saw my pathology reports. Oh, I had to go back to the other thing I was talking about too. But I'm going to do next month a karaoke stream. But I will tell you the week that it's happening, but not the time or the day I'm actually doing it. So one random day, one random time that week, I will pop on, sing the fucking songs I'm gonna sing, and I'm just gonna jump out. I'm not gonna record any of it. It's not going on YouTube. There are gonna be no clips of it. If you're there, you're there. If you're not, you're not. And I might not even look at the stream as far as comments because I am so nervous to sing in front of anybody. So fucking nervous that I can barely even think about it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pop on randomly, sing, leave. And if you're there, you're there. If you're not, you miss it, and that's the way it is. And the pod squad are like, you're gonna tell us, right? We're gonna be there. And I'm like, I'm not telling anybody shit. Like, you're gonna know the week it happens. And Odd is like, well, I'm gonna be there unless you do it when I don't. I said I could do it at 3 o'clock in the damn morning. He said that would be cruel. I'm like, the whole point is to do it. Like, even if I have my microphone in front of me and I know I'm not recording anything, I get nervous. My voice starts to quaver, everything. I get so nervous. I recorded one song on YouTube and it was horrible. I couldn't stop my voice from, it was just horrible. Honestly horrible. So But I want to do it, so we're gonna do it. But we're gonna do it my way. I don't like public speaking, but in a way that streaming has helped me with that a little bit. So maybe in time, if I do enough like 4 a.m. singing streams, I will get my courage. But and I have to figure out the songs because high notes are a no-no for me. So I like the song Never Enough. That was from The Greatest Showman. I hated The Greatest Showman. I love the music. And I can't do the high notes on that song. Even when I pull my voice back and soften it up, I can't. And it's like extreme head voice. But I still can't do it, so no. We're gonna recycle that. We're not taking away my range like that. We're not doing that to me. Okay, we're taking this though. Okay, spawns a garden that creates a fruit every 15 seconds. We're taking that motherfucker, and we are taking this motherfucker for now. Very good. But yeah, I get so nervous. I don't even like sing fully in front of my husband, to be honest. I sing, but like only when he's gone do I like full chest, full volume, full out sing. I try to get the high notes. I try to do runs. Oh my god. Me doing a run and a vocal run is like hysterical in a bad way. So I have some of the songs I'll be singing as far as I can tell. I can stand myself singing I'll Be by Edwin McCain. I can stand myself singing, I want to do Hallelujah. But the thing is, the way I sing Hallelujah, I can't find an instrumental to go with that. And I would have to do it a cappella, and that would just be horrible for all of us. You know? Or I could say I'm going to do karaoke and then I'm going to just talk the lyrics. Like, I heard there was a secret chord. That would be funny too. But no, I'm actually going to sing. Man. My baby brother heard me sing a little bit recently and he was like, your lower register sounds so much like mom. And I'm like, it doesn't. But my mom said that I did sound quite a bit like her when I sang. I don't know. I'm hopeless at harmony though. That's another thing I hate about my singing is I'm hopeless at harmony. Like the Everly Brothers, I don't know if any of you know them. I'm very old, so maybe not. But the Everly Brothers were a duo back in the day. And they had such good harmony that I can actually follow the brother who does the harmony a little bit, but it's bad. I do try, but I don't have an ear for harmony, which is really too bad because I'm such a low singer. So, yeah, whoops-a-daisy. Oh well. Sometimes you're just not good at stuff even though you should be, and that's one of them, so. Okay, 18. Let's see what we got here. Oh, hell, that's a lot better. Wait a minute. Okay, this is worse. So we'll do this. But yeah, I really wish I were good at it. But I'm not. And yeah, I know karaoke is supposed to be for fun. And I tell myself that, but I'm just so nervous. Like, we had I went to karaoke once and I didn't end up staying because we had a big storm that year. But, the guy is actually like, are you gonna sing for us? I'm like, hell no. And he's like, why? It's karaoke. And I said, nope. I said, I can't. If I know people are hearing me, he goes, you know what? We should hook up the microphone in the other room. You have the doors closed. No one can see you. I said, I know you can hear me. So that won't solve my problem. So maybe if I would have been a persona, I would have been like, oh yeah, okay. This isn't me singing, this is Toluca, this is fine. Like, but no, unfortunately not. Alright, I don't want to take any of this. Wait, no, do I? Elemental damage, attack speed, no thank you. Nope. They can get fucked. I can do reroll. Let's see what happens. No. Nope. Pickup range, 30%. Yes. All right, let's go. We'll give that a try. So I have songs I want to sing, at least. I thought about Dancing on My Own by Callum Scott. I like that one. And none of them are vocally adventurous songs. I don't really do well with rock songs. I do want to learn the Death Scream. I think that would be cool, but I don't think I'd be good at it. But maybe someday. I don't have a rock voice. What I have is I used to call it a lullaby voice, and I have a voice good enough to sing babies to sleep, and that's what I have. You know, because they don't complain usually, because they're just, you know, complaining about not sleeping or trying not to. But yeah, God bless it. I shouldn't have taken the bad route. All right, everybody. I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. I will start this weekend by doing maybe one of the first episodes of the Phoenix thing, and then I will probably be back with Princess Peach next week. Maybe an April Fool's stream. I'm not entirely sure yet. Talk it over with the Hobbs, let you know. All right, you have a fantastic weekend. Don't do anything too dangerous. Take good care of yourselves, all right? Okay, Shelpers. Bye.